On a practical business methodology, here's Tom Peters. Here's what he says right up the road in Rancho Santa Fe. Test fast, fail fast, adjust fast. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that was a phrase he had years ago. It's more important today than ever before. Okay? I don't have time for this, so that's why I'm going to go into it. How many of you have ever heard of the S-curve for business? How many of you have ever heard of this? Okay? This is around a long time. Harvard Business came up with this years ago. It's very true, but there's a dynamic that's changed here. So this is the life cycle of a company, of a business, of any business. And the way the S-curve works is, here's the initiation. Here's the concept, the invention, or the start of the business. Here you have your entrepreneurial phase. Okay? Entrepreneurial phase is really the chaotic, trying to get it off the ground. We're using credit cards to fund it. You know, the mother-in-law gave me $5,000, whatever it takes. And this is the entrepreneurial phase. You're trying to wiggle forward to see if this thing's going to live or die. And by the way, this first period of time here determines 75% of the success of a business. Okay? Most businesses that fail, 90% of businesses that fail, they fail here. Okay? So you have this entrepreneurial phase. All right? Then you survive that, you get into the growth phase. Okay? Now you get into the profit phase. Now you get into the maturity phase. And then here's what happens. When you get past maturity, this either goes into decline or it starts another S. Does that make sense? Now here's the key component. When this was first done, and it was released, at the time in the 1970s, this S-curve for the typical company in America was 10 years. Okay? So in the 70s, it was 10 years. Okay? By the 80s, so in the 70s, by the 80s, it was 5 years. By the 90s shifted. It went from 3 years, in the first 5 years of the 90s. Then it went down to 18 months. Here's what I'm going to tell you. As best as I can ascertain today, in 2012, my guess is it's 1 year. It's 1 year. And by the way, what's wild about this and what's really kind of an interesting dynamic to this is true of your business and this is true of Apple. This is true of your business and this is true of GE. This is true of your business, this is true of Boeing. This is true of your business, and this is definitely true of Oracle. So, first of all this, here's the thing. Now there's a part of this that can be scary, and it is a little scary. Why? Because I want to be set. I want success to be a destination, and I want to put down roots. Now the principles don't change, and you can do some things economically, financially, to put yourself in that secure spot. But you got to be on your toes when you own a business.